You are dead asleep. The room is dark, the house is silent, and your body is finally in that deep, beautiful REM sleep you've been chasing all week. And then it happens. A sound cuts through the darkness like a tiny furry alarm with no snooze button. Your cat is screaming, not just meowing, but screaming at 3 a.m. for no reason you can see, understand, or logically explain. You stumble out of bed and check the food bowl, it's full. You check the water, also full. You look around, no intruders, no monsters, no ghosts. Just your cat sitting in the hallway, staring at absolutely nothing, looking like they've unlocked a dimension you don't have access to. If you've ever lived with a cat, you already know this moment. But here's what most cat owners never realize. Your cat didn't just randomly decide to lose their mind at 3 a.m. They were actually building up to it. There were signs, clues, and a whole sequence of strange little behaviors happening right before that midnight concert began. And once you know what to look for, you'll never be caught off guard again. Behavior number 1, the midnight zoom eyes that come out of nowhere. About 30 to 45 minutes before the meowing starts, your cat enters what scientists actually call frenetic random activity periods, but what the rest of us call zoom eyes. Your perfectly calm, sleeping cat will suddenly launch off the couch like they've been shot out of a cannon. They'll sprint down the hallway, skid across the kitchen floor, bounce off the couch, and then disappear into the darkness. This isn't random craziness. Cats are crepuscular hunters, meaning their biology is hardwired to be most alert and active during the hours of dawn and dusk. In the wild, 3 a.m. is prime hunting time. Your cat's ancient instincts are firing on all cylinders, telling their body to move, hunt, stalk, and chase even if the only prey available is a dust bunny under the refrigerator. The zoom eyes are your first warning sign. Your cat's engine is revving up, and the vocalization is not far behind. Behavior number 2, the intense staring at walls and shadows. Right after the zoom eyes, you'll notice your cat sitting completely still and staring at a wall, a corner, or a shadow on the ceiling with an intensity that honestly feels a little unsettling. Their pupils are fully dilated. Their ears are locked forward. Their tail might be twitching at the very tip. This isn't your cat seeing ghosts, despite what your brain tells you at 2:47 a.m. Cats can detect tiny movements, vibrations, and sounds that are completely invisible to the human eye and ear. They're hearing things inside walls, insects, pipes settling, the house shifting. They're tracking micro-movements and shadows caused by the smallest air currents. Their senses are so tuned in at night that the world literally looks and sounds different to them than it does to you. This staring phase is your cat mentally locking onto a target. Their body is preparing. Their focus is sharpening. And the meow that follows is essentially them announcing to the universe that they've found something and they need you, or anyone, to acknowledge it immediately. Behavior number 3, the low crouching stalk walk across the room. Once the staring face peaks, your cat will shift into what looks like a military crawl. Their belly drops low to the ground, their back legs start to wiggle, and they begin a slow, deliberate, almost theatrical creep across the room. Every single muscle in their body is controlled. Their eyes never leave the target. This is the hunt walk, the same motion a tiger uses on the savannah, just performed on your hardwood floors at 3 a.m. in between your shoes and the laundry pile. What's fascinating about this behavior is that it tells you the meowing is about to escalate. The stalk walk represents peak predatory arousal. Your cat has mentally committed to the hunt. If there's nothing to actually catch, no bug, no toy, no moving object, that built-up energy has nowhere to go. And when a cat's predatory drive hits a wall with no release, it comes out as sound. Loud, urgent, deeply committed sound. That is the meow. That is always the meow. Behavior number 4, the tail puffing and arched back freeze. Sometimes, right before a particularly dramatic 3 a.m. vocal performance, your cat will suddenly stop moving, and their tail will puff up to twice its normal size. Their back might arch slightly, and the fur along their spine might stand up in a ridge. This is called piloerection, and it happens when a cat experiences a sudden spike of adrenaline, either from excitement, surprise, or something they perceive as a threat. At night, even a shadow shifting from a passing car outside can trigger this response. The puff tail is your cat's nervous system going into overdrive. Their body is flooded with stress hormones, and their heart rate has spiked. And in that heightened state, with all that adrenaline and no real threat to respond to, your cat does the one thing that feels natural: they call out. They vocalize. They tell the world, loudly, that something happened, they are not okay with it, and you need to wake up and deal with it right now. Behavior number 5, the slow blink disappearing act before the noise. This one surprises most people. Right before the big meow session begins, many cats will actually find you, make direct eye contact, do one slow deliberate blink, and then walk away. It feels like a goodbye. It feels like a warning. And honestly, it kind of is. In cat communication, slow blinking is a trust signal. It means your cat is acknowledging your presence and checking in with you. But at 3 a.m., when their system is overstimulated and their instincts are in full control, that slow blink is also your cat essentially saying, I see you, I know you're here, but I cannot be held responsible for what happens next. The walk away that follows is them entering their own world completely. Within minutes of that slow blink, the meowing begins. Consider it the only polite warning they're going to give you. After this, all bets are off, and your peaceful sleep is officially over. Behavior number 6, the repeated circuit walk through every room. The final behavior, and the one that happens almost every single time right before the sustained 3 a.m. meowing begins, is the circuit walk. Your cat will start walking a specific loop through your home, living room to hallway to bedroom to kitchen and back again. Over and over. Sometimes slowly, sometimes at a moderate pace, but always deliberately. This is territorial patrolling behavior. In the wild, cats walk the boundaries of their territory to check for intruders, changes, or anything new that has entered their space. At 3 a.m., your house feels different to your cat. The smells are different. The sounds are different. The atmosphere is different. So they walk the loop to reassure themselves that everything is accounted for. And when something feels off, or when the patrol itself winds them up further, they begin to vocalize along the route. That sound you hear echoing through the house at 3 a.m. is not random. It is your cat running their nightly inspection, filing their report, and demanding that someone, preferably you, acknowledge that they have done their job and that the house is secure. You're welcome. Now go back to sleep. Or don't. Your cat will decide.